morning, everyone. Buenos dias a todos. I want to call the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call to establish quorum. He's coming in the door.
They're here, Judge.
David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
Rich Cortez, County Judge, and just in time.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning,
Mrs.
Commissioners. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing great this morning. Let's have another word of prayer this morning. Father God, we continue to ask you to fill our cities, counties, state, national political leaders with wisdom, discernment, knowledge, forgiveness, understanding, faithfulness, humility, and dignity, Father God. We thank you for the men and women who serve our community in leadership roles, Father God, and we continue to thank their families as well. Continue to grant them peace when the work takes them away from their families. We pray for our judge and 4 commissioners that you've appointed to lead this great county of ours. We continue to pray for our mayor, school board members, city council, police chiefs, district attorney, sheriff, and judges, and all who serve our local communities. Grant them abundant wisdom, favor, increase their faith, and prepare them to pursue your excellence. Strengthen them to know and fulfill your purposes. Continually place people in their paths that will provide scriptural, sound, and godly counsel, for without your counsel, the plans will go awry. Provide them daily reminders, Father God, of why they decided to dedicate their lives to public service, and use that commitment to encourage them. Deal with our leaders about keeping their hearts and motives pure. And continue to ask you to make their hearts pliable, willing, and obedient to your name. Cause each of their lives to glorify your name, Father God. Father God, today we have just a special prayer of strength over the Gonzalez family on the passing of Larry Gonzalez, Father God, fellow United Way board member. We know your time is perfect, Father God. We know your plans are perfect, Father God. And we just ask for your hand of love and peace over their family and friends as well as they deal with this difficult time today, Father. Proverbs 9:10 tells us, fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. Knowledge of the Holy One results in good judgment. Heavenly Father, it is your wisdom that we desire, for it is the only knowledge worth having. Your wisdom shows us how to live day to day in the life with your blessings. As we study your word, we understand how love works, coupled with the power you have invested in us. We begin to understand the wisdom, Father God, of your ways that are so much higher than our own. Through the power of your word, we realize how childish we can act sometimes, Father God, and we need your instruction in kingdom principles. When we honor you and draw near to you, we hear your heartbeat and long to be with you. We will follow you wherever you lead. We are in this world, but not of it. We're only passing through, Father God, our way to our eternal home with you in heaven. You're preparing us for that day when we will never be parted and we will know fully the beauty of your wisdom. Father, Scripture reminds us the more we seek you, the more we'll find you. May we continue to seek you in everything we do. We'll always work as working for you. We ask all this in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
But before we get started, I think it's important that I tell all the people listening that you went to University of Alabama.
Yes, sir.
And I want to congratulate you on a very outstanding game this last thing.
Yes, sir. We had a good weekend, so it was nice to see that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But you would honor us tremendously if you would give us a hook and horns now.
Yes, sir. Of course. I got great friends that are. What is the Notre Dame? Is there? So we got to do this too. We got this one, and then we got this one right here. There comes one of my Longhorn.
Don't leave those Aggies. Don't leave those
No,
Aggies.
never. I got good friends.
I've got 2 grandkids there.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, we'll move on into the consent agenda, sir. For consent agenda, if I may, sir, we will like to remove items 2A, 2B, 5, 6, and 7, and 3A, 1, 2, and 3. Where Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining and not participating in any discussion on those items. Having said that, sir, I'll move, if I may, to everything's in order for the remaining items to be voted on by the board.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And then we'll go back to items 2A, 2A, 2B, 5, 6, 7, and 3A, 1, 2, 3. We'll need board action on those items. Again, Commissioner Fuentes is abstaining from that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstain from any discussion or action on this item.
Thank you.
Before we go any further, there were no people for open forum, correct?
Yes, we do have one participant.
Okay.
One participant for open forum, Mr. Lupe Chavez.
Okay?
Mr. Chavez, there is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise you when there is 1 minute, and I will start when you start, Mr. Chavez. And Mr. Chavez, for clarity, you do also have some items under the regular agenda for Commissioners Court. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. I think that was a great prayer, but we forgot one thing. You need to pray for water and some sound water policy, you know. We have urgent drainage needs in this community, and when I do come here, again, I'm always excited to get your full attention here. I had some concerns about the public participation. You know, we have limited English proficiency. There's also a lot of things under the that plan for that Mr. Guerra is oversees there for the non-discrimination. And I have some concerns about what our legal counsel, the district attorney's office, civil litigation office, at the beginning of September, before the last meeting where you voted on the tax rate, I did reach out to the district attorney's office for them to provide documentation, public information requests about corruption in our government. And I had some concerns because in Ms. Torres's precinct, one of her employees with the McAllen Independent School District, under the personnel policy, this person was in the news, Tony Farina, and I've requested information. Nothing was provided as to what kind of punishment he faced. Mr. Fuentes, Pepe Cabeza de Vaca, participated in open meetings violations with the city of McAllen to support other individuals. Mr. Candu has 2 individuals from the city of FAR that came with him, Roy Garcia and Frank Marin, who filed false affidavits. And all of this was in retaliation and political oppression for me running for a political office and PSJ. And I'm concerned that those items aren't getting to you for discussion, which when they're not on the agenda packet available online, which is part of the public participation plan to provide those materials to people like the people from Lupe that who may be limited English proficiency, that we're not getting all that information as the public. I did come before you and give you this information beforehand, before you voted on matters for the elections department, memos of understanding with PSJ and other McAllen ISD and other people who come here for the elections. I did provide that information for you. And then when you went to vote, the civil litigation division from the district attorney's office didn't put any of that information on there. None of you brought that up for discussion. And that concerns me because I believe the city of FAR has bribed Ricardo Rodriguez, and Terry Palacios is his uncle. There's a relationship there, and none of this moves forward. And we have witnesses that that this stuff is going on, and it concerns me because you guys are voting on tax rates, and you're not doing anything to prevent this type of corruption from reaching this level. And you're distributing funds, you're taking votes, and you're ignoring the needs of the people for special interests. And I just think that you all need to
Time, Mr. Chavez.
move on that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Is there anyone else, Walde?
No, sir, that's for drainage, that was our only participant.
We'll go item number 5.
Yes, sir. Item number 5, actually, discussion updates. I see the general manager likes pending position ACD1 projects. Just for today, we really don't have an update, so we'll just move on, if I may, because we do have an executive items. 6A, discussion and presentation by the Starlight and Hosa regarding the financial transaction of the Alcalde District 1 September 15, 16, 2025 bond sale. So we did have our bond sale. I believe we have Bobby Villarreal here for the presentation.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Again, Bobby Villarreal with Estrada Hinojosa, your financial advisors. If you recall, a few weeks ago, we'd come before you to get some permission to monitor the market to sell the bonds for the drainage. So those you have the document there in front of you. There's 3 different bonds that were sold. One was the refinancing of some old debt for savings. The other 2, one part of it was a taxable series for some projects that may have some revenue generation, so that's why they were done taxable. And then the other part was tax exempt. If you go to page 2, You'll notice on the far right corner, your 2023 bond election, that quadrant there, y'all had $195 million, to the voters. In 23, we issued 60, and today we issue about 44.26. We're anticipating an FIF program with Texas Water Development Board of approximately 33 million or so. I think some of that may be loan forgiveness. So, having said that, that means there's between that and what's remaining with the FIF, you have about 90 million remaining to issue from that bond as projects come forward. We work with Raul and his staff to make sure that we borrow at the pace that you can build the projects out. So that's the manner in which we're doing it. If you notice here on the bar graph on the bottom, these are the debt service payments. So you notice that those bars drop down significantly in the next few years. So that's in a matter, the way we structure your debt is so that we don't increase the tax rate overall. So we've been trying to manage the tax rate. We anticipate that we'll continue to do that as we move forward. Now, if we push the page over to the next page 3, these are the taxable bonds. We did this over 2 years. You had 3.9. You had almost 4 times more subscriptions for the bonds we were selling. So that allows us to drop the interest rate on those. If you go to the next page, the refunding and the tax-exempt bonds, these are combined. If you notice that black line, that's how many bonds you had out there. So you're very well received by the market. And so you had almost 3 to 4 times more people buying your bonds than you had available. So that allows you to knock down the interest rate as we go back to them and negotiate those things down. So one thing I would note, if we go to page 5, and if you recall, we asked you for the ability to go to the market to strike. So we had the Fed meeting on, I believe it was the 17th. It was a Wednesday. We were anticipating selling on Thursday, but you gave us the parameters to allow us to move to the market early. So in speaking to the underwriters, it was thought to be best that we move it up to Monday and Tuesday of that week prior to the Fed making their adjustment. And after they made the adjustment of the 25 basis points down, the municipal market actually went up 10 basis points since then. So interest rates actually got more expensive for you. So we struck before that. The uncertainty was there. The market had rallied to your favor before that. So we did the refinancing on Monday, and then we did the new money on Tuesday. So it worked out very well for y'all. So those 10 basis points probably save you probably $500,000 to $600,000 in interest by just moving it over a couple days.
That's what we pay you for.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's our fiduciary duty, to make sure you guys get the best deal, and the taxpayers as well. But if you notice here, there's on page 5, there's 3 different boxes here. So you'll notice that, like I mentioned, the one in the center is the taxable series. So the true interest cost on that is about 4.18% for the $27 million. In doing that, we probably saved about $57,000 more for you on that. On the bottom left, that was the new money. We anticipated a true interest cost of 4.25. It actually hit 4.10 to your favor. And similarly to the refinancing to the right, we were anticipating 3.09%, and we actually had 2.55%. So again, all in all, a good day for the district and for the taxpayers. So if you go to page 6, you'll notice the 3 issues there. We have 3 boxes, a blue, a green, and then the refunding. The important part is that we front-loaded to manage the tax rate, so you pay less interest. And again, we have 2 issues here, a taxable series and a tax exempt. So the tax exempt is going to go out 20 years. The taxable is only going to go out 2 years. We'll pay it off. But the interesting thing about taxable bonds is that they have a higher interest rate, but since we did it on a shorter term, we paid less interest. But the other thing, too, is they don't have arbitrage issues where they can sit in the district's account and gain some interest to further the projects further. So all in all, that helped the district out. So if you look to the furthest to right, we maintained the INS tax rate, and we continue to have capacity for future issuances to maintain the tax rate. And having said that, if you just keep going to the next page, that's what I mean. That red line is your tax levy on page 7. And if you notice, there's a lot of space in the future to address the projects without impacting the tax rate. But having said that, I don't know if there's any questions.
What's the capacity to borrow right now?
Probably another couple $100 million.
Without without raising the tax rate?
Yes, sir.
And that's in like 2028?
Probably.
And-
Yeah, like right now as you noticed there, the INS is at 628, then it drops to 3.5 in 28. So we're gonna fit in the FIF probably, and then the next one. So you have about 90 million remaining on this bond, and y'all can discuss further later what you think.
And I think you said some important things. Number one, even if we had all of the money to do all of the projects, could you do them all simultaneously?
Yeah, I mean, we could get as much as we can done, but realistically, it's a lot of work, sir,
Okay.
yes.
So even if we had all the money, we could not manage all of the projects at the same time. It takes time, but
Yes, sir.
we're being very thoughtful in how we go through that schedule.
And you pay less interest because you're not holding money that's not making capital for you.
And the other thing, one of your owners is in Washington receiving an award, no?
Yeah, he sends
Well,
his.
tell us about that.
He sends his love. Yeah, so he's been inducted into the Hall of Fame for the municipal buyer. So I double check, but he may be the first Hispanic. I need to double check that, but that might be right. But
That's what he represented.
yeah, but it all started with you guys in South Texas. That's our home, and he's always very grateful.
Congratulations.
Thank
Judge,
you.
going back to your first point, the last two bond issuances have been roughly 200 million each, and we outsourced most of the engineering on those because it's just too much of a capacity for our guys to be able to manage. But we still have to project manage all of these. So it's an important balance between doing what we can in-house and outsourcing to try to get these projects ready sooner, because we all know time is of the essence when it comes to infrastructure like drainage. So thank you, Bobby, and to Estrada Hinojosa for doing another great job. Saving taxpayer money on interest is an important thing. Leveraging it against state monies where we get zero interest, grants or awards is an important part of this as well, and that should help us bring more projects to our area. So thank you both for that.
I appreciate his staff. They helped us on the ratings calls and did very good presentations to maintain the ratings of the district.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess just to add also, we have our other project that we're looking at that we should get the feasibility approval here soon. In January, we're anticipating getting that for the Rainbow Drain, so then we'll be in a good position to look at that, what we've been talking about, doing some of this work, with the precincts providing support and so forth. So I think it works well in the timing that we're doing. And then we have also had some other local area projects that we need to continue to develop, so.
Awesome. Do we
It's
need
good
to-
timing for us.
Do we need to accept this, or?
No, just a
Just a
presentation, sir. It's just for the sale of bonds. Thank you, Commissioner. We'll move on to 6B. Let me see.
I'll be abstaining.
6B and 6C, there'll be, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining and not participating in discussion or action on items 6B and 6C. Requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 1 to work session number 1 to provide additional project management construction material testings in the amount of $76,841.46 as submitted by BDC Engineering for the project Main from Water Channel 2015 JLO Project Phase 1, Segment A and B through contract CACDD 12204603007, subject to final review. And 6C, requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 1 to work session number 1 to provide additional project management and construction material testing in the amount of $72,719.76 as submitted by BDC Engineering LLC for the project Main Flood Water Channel 2016 GLO Project Phase 2, Segment C and D through contract number CACDD 12204703007. Everything is in order for those two items.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstain from any discussion or action on these items.
Thank you, Judge. 7A1, request approval to accept bids and award construction contract with the lowest and most responsive bidder, Synergy Development and Construction, Inc., the amount of $2,837,315 for the project Panchita Asphalt Structure 2023 bond referendum project number 6, RFP number ACDD 12505-0370702JS, as recommended by project engineer Omar Sandua for my office, subject to final review and compliance to House Bill 1295.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So, Judge and Commissioners, this, Commissioner Fuentes, this gets us from our GLO project that we're doing there on 491 east all the way to Panchitas, widening on that whole section there, and then we're gonna be looking at Panchitas. We're trying to update that structure to have, instead of manual control of the gates, we're looking at, and putting another bid out to, bring power in and be able to power them up, and so that's a big plan that we have in that area.
We're gonna need some power for that water plant anyway.
That's correct. We got power coming in that area, so we're already working with the power company on that.
Perfect, thank you.
782, pursuant to Texas Water Code 4227I, requesting authority for the Drainage District General Manager to approve change orders that involve an increase or decrease in cost 50,000 or less, in no event exceed the change order statutory limits.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. 7B1, approve application number 2 in the amount of 250,732 and 8 cents from Reno Works pertaining to construction contract CA City 124059113 West Main Drain 3, Phase 3, project engineer Javier Hinojosa. B2, approve acceptance certificate of establishment completion and certificate of construction completion from Synergy Development and Construction pertaining to construction contract CA City 12403200709 Mission McAllen Drain, project engineer Sames. And B3, approve application payment number 7 in the final amount of $109,966.79 and $477.82 in interest pursuant to Texas Water Code 49247 from Synergy Development and Construction pertaining to construction contract C ACDD 12403200709 Mission McAllen Drain, project engineer Sames. All is in order for 7B, 1, 2, and 3.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
8A, 1, approve to create and hire administrative slot 46 and 47 in 2025 for the stormwater management technicians up to a grade 11, step 1, that were included in 2026 budget. Funding is in place for the remainder of 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 9A, request approval of closing documents for parcel 4 as it relates to the Mayberry and Glassdock Drainage Improvement Project and authority of the chairman of the board to execute documents.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We do have some closed item sessions, sir.
Okay, pursuant to subchapter D of the chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, we'll be retiring to closed session to discuss items listed under code sections 551.072, .074, possibly .071. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 9:53 a.m. Okay, may I have your attention, please? We're back from closed session. We do have an action item.
Yes, Judge. For item 11A, authorize general manager proceed as discussed in executive session.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
That concludes all of our agenda.
Item 11B, possible action on pending or potential litigation.
I'm sorry.
Authorize district council to proceed as discussed in executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Now let me call the Commissioners Court meeting to order. We will start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Everardo Villarreal, precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, precinct 4?
Richard Cortez, County Judge. We do have Commissioner Cantu here. That constitutes a quorum. Today, we're very honored to have U.S. Army veteran Javier Diaz. He reached the rank of Staff Sergeant. He will recite the Pledge of Allegiance today. He served in the U.S. Army from 1987 to 2004, and he worked for Commissioner Todes on Precinct 4. Thank you for your service.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We're also very honored to have Roxanne Ramirez Cisneros. She is the chair of the Mental Health Coalition, and she will lead us in this morning's prayer. And thank you for your service, Roxanne.
Absolutely. Thank you all. Father God, as we come together at the close of September, we look ahead and cover the month of October in prayer, especially October 7th, the National Day of Prayer for Mental Illness, Recovery, and Understanding. Lord, you are a God of compassion and a God who sees us, a God who sits with us in both our brokenness and our healing. Today, we lift before you all who are living with mental illness, their families, their friends, and the professionals who walk alongside them. Lord, give us the courage to stand against stigma, wisdom to replace fear with compassion, and strength to build systems of care that bring hope and dignity. We especially pray for our commissioners, Eli Torres, David Fuentes, Eddie Cantu, Everardo Villarreal, and our county judge, Richard Cortez. Cover them with your protection, grant them discernment, and guide their leadership with justice and compassion as they serve our county. As we enter October, let this prayer go before us as a blessing over our community. Let us be vessels of your love, opening our eyes to the struggles around us, our ears to the cries for help, and our hands to serve as instruments of healing. In your name I pray, amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Roxanne. Next item for the consent agenda.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, with respect to the consent agenda item, I'd like to pull from consent agenda items 5A, 1 and 2, 11D4. Their motion for the balance?
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, for the record, consent agenda items 5A, 1 and 2, and 11D4. Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action. If I could have a motion to approve 5A, 1 and 2,
Second.
and 11D4.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any discussion or action on those items.
Thank you.
We have a first proclamation honoring the Head Start program.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Dr. Jennifer Mendoza Culbertson, representing Eli Torres, Precinct 4 County Commissioner.
Yeah, you can move that a little bit so you can have more. Can somebody help her? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Thank you. Agenda item 100970. Proclamation recognizing the Hidalgo County Head Start program on receiving the National Program of Excellence Award and accreditation.
Hey, hey, hey.
And now the reading of the proclamation. Whereas in 1982, the County of Hidalgo was awarded a Head Start grant from the Department of Health and Human Services to provide comprehensive education, disability, health, nutrition, family, and mental health services to children 3 to 5 years old. And whereas for over 4 decades, the program in Hidalgo County has evolved and is constantly adapting using evidence-based practices and teaching techniques that provide a safe and nurturing environment while promoting the physical, social, emotional, and intellectual development in young children. And whereas the Hidalgo County Head Start program has approximately 744 funded employees, an estimated enrollment of 2,720 students, 25 campuses, and they partner with 8 independent school districts, allowing them to expand and provide services to more of our youth by engaging in these partnerships. And whereas in September of 2025, the Hidalgo County Head Start program, which is now the largest Head Start program in the state of Texas, was awarded the prestigious Program of Excellence Award and accreditation by the National Head Start Association. This recognition is valid for 5 years and is one of the highest honors bestowed upon Head Start programs nationwide. And whereas the 5-year accreditation follows a rigorous peer review process during which programs must demonstrate their ability to deliver measurable, accountable, and high-quality services across all areas in operation. And whereas out of approximately 1,600 Head Start programs across the United States and the U.S. Virgin Islands, only 12 programs are selected annually for this distinguished recognition. Remarkably, the Hidalgo County Head Start program is the first Texas program to receive the Program of Excellence Award in nearly 2 decades.
Woo!
Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court does hereby recognize and congratulate the Hidalgo County Head Start program and all of their faculty and staff who were crucial components to ensure Hidalgo County Head Start program earned this very prestigious award. Seeking approval from the court.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Wow, congratulations.
Sharing remarks with us is Head Start Executive Director Irma Peña.
Wipe that smile off your
It is my honor to introduce this phenomenal group of individuals. Next to me, we have two of our parent representatives on our policy council. I'd like to give them a big round. I also have department directors that each one of them support the individual departments along with the campus directors. These individuals are responsible for those individual campuses to ensure that children are not only safe, but they're provided with the highest quality of education and support services. Again, this particular honor, we were amazed, but not surprised. Because as I told our team, this program, we work hard. And we knew it was going to be hard to receive this, obviously this award, but our children, our families deserve it. And now it is my pleasure to tell you, we are the best in the nation. I would like to give some special recognition, Dr. Nereida Cantu. She's right here. She was our project manager because, as she said, this particular application was more difficult than doing her dissertation. So we are extremely proud, and I do want to recognize her. But again, to all of you, thank you so much for your continued support for the children and the families and the staff that we serve.
Well, we're obviously very, very happy and congratulate you for all the hard effort. We've seen the evolution and development of the program, and we thank you deeply for that. Wait, and being number one, that's not bad, no?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I think we're going to stay here and take some great pictures now. Okay.
Everybody please look forward and smile. Okay, on the count of three. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you got it.
Hold on, everybody stay.
I'll send it to you.
Did you need a backup?
Oh, no, I got it.
Okay,
Now presenting agenda item 100859, proclamation declaring October 2025 as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Whereas October is recognized as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, an annual health campaign to raise awareness about the significant impact of breast cancer. And whereas we acknowledge considerable progress that has been made in the fight against breast cancer, yet it remains the most diagnosed cancer and the second leading cause of death among women in the United States. And whereas the American Cancer Society estimates that in 2025, 316,950 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed in women in the United States, as well as an estimated 59,080 new cases of non-invasive breast cancer, and although rare, an estimated 2,800 men will be diagnosed with invasive breast cancer in the United States. Sadly, an estimated 42,170 women and 510 men will succumb to this disease in 2025. And whereas a mammogram is recognized as the single most effective method of detecting breast changes long before physical symptoms can be seen or felt, early detection and improved treatment is believed to have significantly reduced the number of deaths caused by breast cancer. And whereas researchers, scientists, and numerous nonprofit organizations are dedicated to discovering a cure for this disease, and we acknowledge the extraordinary commitment and effort invested in this cause by healthcare professionals. And whereas during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we stand with our mothers, daughters, and sisters, and we recognize and celebrate over 4 million American women who are breast cancer survivors. They continue to inspire us and give us hope of a better future in battling this disease. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court does hereby declare October 2025 as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month and urges all women, their families, and everyone in our community to increase their knowledge regarding breast cancer, celebrate successes, and memorialize lost battles. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Again, thank you so much.
We do have 3 people sharing remarks. From DHR Medical Oncology and Hematology, Dr. Carlo Briones Sanchez. UT Health RGV, Kimberly Elizondo, Oncology Administrative Director, and the founder of Faith Warriors Cancer Support Group, Dolores Ornelas.
Hello, good morning. My name is Carlo Briones Chavez. I am a medical oncologist at DHR. First of all, I want to thank everybody here in the Hidalgo County Commissioner Court for issuing this proclamation about breast cancer awareness. Today we gather here to raise awareness about breast cancer. As you know, as she said previously, breast cancer is something really important. Nowadays, it's the most common cancer in women around the world and also in the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 women will develop this cancer in their lifetime. But on the other side, thank God we have best technology, best tests to do prevention, to do screening, so we can catch this disease in early stages, and also we can prevent and we can save more lives. So we encourage women to be more proactive with their screening, to have their screening mammograms yearly, and that will prevent a lot of deaths. So this October, in honor to Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we are hosting a Walk and Talk with a Dog event that will be placed on Thursday, October 2nd at 6:30 p.m. at our DHR Health Institute parking lot. We encourage everybody to go because we are going to have doctors there, surgeons, medical oncology, so you can resolve your questions about cancer, about treatment, about screening. So at the end, finally, we look forward to you join us and make a difference in our community.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much.
Hi, good morning. On behalf of UTRGV School of Medicine, we're honored to be here and be a part of this proclamation for breast cancer awareness. As you know, UTRGV is just opening its Surgery and Cancer Center. Our grand opening is next week. We knew there was a need for this specialty in the Valley. The growing cases of cancer are alarming. And we know that we are going to be transforming healthcare for the Rio Grande Valley and bringing medical oncologists, hematologists, radiation oncologists, and the imaging needed to continue the care for the Rio Grande Valley. Again, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Hello. Just want to say thank you so much for allowing us to be here. I know most of you worked for the county for a while. My name is Lupita Garcia, and I have Dolores Ornelas. We are part of Faithful Warriors Breast Cancer Support Group. And I'll let Dolores give you a little bit of information about our agency.
Good morning, and thank you for having us here. Faithful Warriors Breast Cancer Support Group was founded by 3 survivors that underwent chemotherapy, and the 2 other co-founders passed away. I'm the only survivor left from the nonprofit. Our mission is early detection against breast cancer. We serve the underserved women here in the Rio Grande Valley, and we're affiliated with Nuestras Clínicas del Valle and also DHR. We send those women to get their mammograms, and if they need a second screening, we also pay for the second screening and the radiology fees. We are currently selling our calendars that we made for 2026. Each month we feature a breast cancer survivor with her story, and all proceeds goes towards the mammograms and the second screenings if required.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Just wanted to take a moment while we set up for photos that we have several breast cancer survivors in the group today with their support from their family members and their friends.
Judge, if I may, just to elaborate a little bit on 5B, Precinct 1 in the city of Wesco will be having a breast cancer awareness walk on October 18th, which is a Saturday, 7 in the morning at Wesco City Hall parking lot. Everybody's welcome to join. There's no fee, no pre-registration, just sign up and walk. Hope to see you there.
Okay, next one we have Mental Illness Awareness Week and World Mental Health Day. Everyone here, please come forward.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Today we have a proclamation recognizing Mental Illness Awareness Week and World Mental Health Day. Whereas mental health is an essential component of our overall health, it is crucial to maintain good mental health and understand the signs of mental illness to know when it is necessary to seek help. And whereas millions of Americans confront the challenges of living with mental illness every year, mental illness can affect individuals directly or indirectly, impacting not only those who experience them firsthand, but also their family, friends, and colleagues. And whereas early detection and treatment can play a pivotal role in effectively managing mental illness and recovery, each one of us can make a difference in destigmatizing the topic of mental health, which can then help motivate individuals to seek help. And whereas to shed light on mental illnesses, Mental Illness Awareness Week, an annual public education campaign led by the National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI, is observed the first week of October. This year, Mental Illness Awareness Week is Sunday, October 5th through Saturday, October 11th. This Awareness Week also coincides with World Mental Health Day on Friday, October 10th. And whereas the purpose of these recognized dates is to increase public knowledge of what mental illness looks like, fight discrimination, and provide support through online resources and civic activities. And whereas the Hidalgo County Mental Health Coalition would like to highlight the Mental Health Wellness Initiative and the updated resource guide for mental wellness. These initiatives provide information regarding counseling, substance abuse, and hotline and crisis resources, and are available to all Hidalgo County residents. More information can be found by visiting www.hidalgocounty.us/HCMHC. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares Sunday, October 5th, 2025 through Sunday, October 11th, 2025 as Mental Health Awareness Week, and Friday, October 10th, 2025 as World Mental Health Day. Hidalgo County wants to educate the public and eliminate stigma on the topic of mental illness, as well as provide support to those living with mental illness so they know they are not alone. Seeking approval this 30th day of September.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. You know, unfortunately, 1 out of every 5 families I understand suffers or has some issues with mental illness, so they need a lot of help.
And now for a few words, Ms. Liana Gutierrez.
Hi, good morning, Judge Cortez and City Commissioners. And community partners, I want to thank you for this proclamation recognizing World Mental Health Day. I am Liana Gutierrez. I am the Communications Coordinator with NAMI South Texas RGV. NAMI stands for National Alliance on Mental Illness, a nationwide grassroots organization that provides advocacy, education, support, and awareness for individuals and families affected by mental illness. Through local affiliates such as NAMI South Texas RGV, they offer free support groups, educational programs, and a NAMI helpline for information and resources. October 10th is more than a date on the calendar. It is a reminder that mental health is health. When we talk openly and seek help early and support one another, we save lives and strengthen our community. Just yesterday, we did hold our September family support group, and it was such a success. Myself and Patricia Lerma, my co-facilitator, were able to reach out and really offer support to community members who are passing through this journey and are in this journey together. And some of them shared that they had never been to a support group like this, and they had never been able to disclose what they've been going through. So that is the impact that these support groups and mental health awareness, that's the difference that it makes. So on behalf of NAMI South Texas RGV and the Hidalgo County Mental Health Coalition, I accept this proclamation with gratitude and with charge to keep going. We're committed to expanding education, reducing stigma, and connecting neighbors to care, whether that's a support group, counseling, or crisis help. The Hidalgo County Mental Health Coalition has put together and updated the resource guide for mental wellness for the 2025-26. So this is a lot of hard work that Judge Cortez's office and the Mental Health Coalition have put together. We had to, vet all of the agencies that were in here, and we had to make sure everything was up to date. It is in a physical copy form. It is also online, and there is also a Spanish version available. So for all of our community members, we're able to reach out and pass this information along. To our leaders, thank you for using your platform to champion wellness. To our residents, join us, share resources, check on a friend, attend a training, and make mental health part of everyday conversation. Together, we can build a kinder, healthier Rio Grande Valley. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, everyone please look forward and smile. And count of 3, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
Again, thank you all for all you do. Move it a little bit more.
Judge, this is really good. This is really good.
You want to move it a little bit more? Because there's a lot of people coming up. Huh? Oh, because of the camera? All right. Next, we have a proclamation dealing with the Domestic Violence Awareness Month. All you good people, come forward.
And who's the person reading and talking after you? Everybody gets together.
Is the purple for Wesco Polo?
Oh, yeah. Whole bunch of Wesco Panthers here, Commissioner.
Thank you, Precinct. Que ball, Paul.
Wow. Wow.
Aye.
David, you should be happy representing purple.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm at home.
Help them with the mic, make sure.
So the proclamation declaring October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas domestic violence is a serious crime that violates a person's privacy, dignity, security, and humanity by using physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and financial control. And whereas the consequences of and trauma of the domestic violence can have a lasting effect on the physical, emotional, mental health of survivors, as well as on the well-being of children who witness it. And whereas the impact of domestic violence is widespread, and in the United States, millions of people experience domestic violence each year, and many incidents go unreported, leaving survivors without resources and support they need. And whereas together, the Hidalgo County Criminal District Attorney's Office and the DAs from across the Rio Grande Valley counties of Cameron, Willacy, Starr are known as the Rio Grande Valley District Attorney Coalition. And whereas the Rio Grande Valley District Attorney Coalition, along with the police departments and community organizations, work to raise awareness about domestic violence and provide shelter, advocacy, education, and resources to the survivors and their families. And whereas the Rio Grande Valley District Attorneys Coalition invites everyone to participate in the Domestic Violence Awareness event on October 9th, 2025 in Cameron County, so we can stand together and fight against domestic violence and support those who have been affected. And whereas survivors of domestic violence have courageously taken the lead in advocating for safety and justice within their homes. It is crucial that we no longer view domestic violence as a silent epidemic. By confronting it and working together, we can eradicate it. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month and urges all residents to stand with survivors, support prevention efforts, and work towards a community free from domestic violence, and to ensure that those who commit acts of domestic abuse are held accountable for their actions and the individuals in our community. Respectfully requested the approval for this proclamation.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank all the DAs and all of you for the work.
We have two speakers that will be giving the remarks. Chief of the Domestic Violence Unit for the Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office, Amy Bayon, and then Cameron County Criminal District Attorney, Luis Science.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Judge Cortez, Commissioners, distinguished guests, survivors, advocates, law enforcement, community members, and everybody gathered here today. I just want to say that we're really happy that we have a big group today. This is the team that works together daily to help raise awareness and to help prevent domestic violence. It is a profound honor to stand before you today as we accept this proclamation, declaring October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Hidalgo County. This proclamation is more than words on paper. It is a commitment to acknowledge a difficult truth, to honor survivors, to support those still suffering, and to mobilize our community to take action. We gather not to discuss a distant problem, but to confront a reality that affects us all. Here in Hidalgo County, we are not immune. We know people in our neighborhoods, in our schools, in our workplaces who have suffered domestic violence, whether it be physical, emotional, psychological, or financial. We know that fear keeps people silent. Domestic violence is a pattern of control and abuse that thrives in silence. And today, in this room, we must begin to work on breaking that silence. We have community partners, as you see here today, who are doing the vital work of prevention, education, and healing. Many people believe domestic violence only happens to certain people, but statistics show that abuse does not discriminate based on race, gender, social status, or age. However, these people are not just statistics. Behind every human being is someone's child, someone's parent, or friend. These victims are often isolated. The abuser's tactic is to gain power and control, making the victim feel that leaving is impossible. So what can we do today? Today we can recommit to these values. Safety, by ensuring victims are safe, heard, and supported. Justice, by ensuring that those who commit abuse are held accountable. And prevention, by teaching young people respect, healthy communication, and nonviolence. We must educate the next generation to help break that violence before it starts. And empowerment, by letting survivors know they are not alone, that there are resources, and that hope exists. Domestic violence is a community crisis that requires a community-wide response. By working together, we can make a difference. We ask each person watching today, let's move beyond awareness and into action. To that end, I pledge that Hidalgo County will strengthen access to help survivors, increase public awareness, improve coordination among agencies, as you see here today, support prevention programs in our schools and community centers. We also want you to know that there is hope. We have systems such as our domestic violence unit, and we have our unit present today in the district attorney's office. We work hard every day to assist victims, to provide protective orders, and to prosecute criminal cases. Today, I also want to acknowledge survivors. Your courage in coming forward, in healing, in speaking your truth. Advocates and service providers, the often unseen labor you do. Law enforcement, prosecutors, and judges who have the heavy responsibility of enforcing law and seeking justice. And all of you present today, because it truly takes us all to make change. In accepting this proclamation, we are saying we will not stay silent, we will not look away, we will stand together. Let this month be more than awareness, let it be a call to action. Let it be compassion, let it be healing. And also, let us build an Hidalgo County where every home is a safe home. We want to invite the community to several events happening this month. Tomorrow is the 3rd annual Vaqueros Stand Against Domestic Violence at the UTRGV campus in Edinburgh. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Mujeres Unidas also has their 32nd annual candlelight vigil on Thursday at the Fireman's Park at 6:30. Palmview PD has their proclamation on Monday, October the 6th at 5:30. And I was just informed this morning, Mission also has their proclamation on October the 14th. And Angels of Love has their Butterflies for Hope on October the 21st at 6 o'clock. So we invite everybody to these events. Thank you. I would like to introduce the Cameron County District Attorney, Luis Sainz.
Good morning, County Judge Cortez and County Commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity. On behalf of the Rio Grande Valley District Attorney Coalition, which is myself from Cameron County, Terry from Hidalgo County, Gorza Ramirez from Starr County, and Annette Hinojosa from Morelos County, we want to thank you for helping us launch the October Awareness Month annually. But just to pick up on a couple of points she made, and she made a lot of good points, it's just not October. It's 365 days out of the year. It's every month. And we need your help, and we need to come together. And the other thing is that when the police respond, we have DPS troopers, Victor Ramirez here from McAllen, it's too late. When Terry and my staff show up in court to prosecute, it's too late. The damage has been done. The female, and I'm reminded that males get abused too, but mostly it's female. The female has been hurt. The perpetrator, it's not a stranger, it's the husband, it's the boyfriend, it's the ex-boyfriend, whatever it might be. He gets arrested, placed in handcuffs, removed from the house, and who's in the corner watching? The children. And what's going to happen? They're going to repeat the conduct. So what I'm here to tell you is that we often get challenged as prosecutors, as police officers, as commissioners court, to do better. Well, I want to turn that challenge around to parents. It starts at home. We need to get back to the basic values that we were raised with. That Judge Cortez, your grandfather told you. A una mujer no se le pega. What happened? Where did we lose? What happened? That's what we need to get back to preventing, so that we won't have to show up in court, so DPS doesn't have to make an arrest. But it starts at home with the parents. So the challenge is on them to re-instruct, to redirect, to re-educate your children, to respect women, to honor women, and to love women and to take care of women. This is a start, and I thank you for allowing me the opportunity. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I can tell you that the information I receive every weekend, most of the prisoners we're put in jail come from a domestic violence activity. So it is a sad situation. Those words are perfect for what needs to be done.
Thank you.
How are you? How's beautiful. Done? Beautiful. Yes. I've seen it from the outside. It's beautiful. You're welcome to some. Okay, I'll reach out to you. Good to see you.
Gracias, igualmente.
Okay, next we have open forum. We
Thank
do
you.
have several people sign up.
Yes, thank you, Judge Commissioners. I am going to call Ms. Fern McClarity first to open forum. I do apologize to Ms. McClarity. She had submitted some public participation form items for consent. Go ahead, Ms. But I think it's more of just an explanation. So 13C1 under the consent was the lease food retail space at the new courthouse. Ms. Fern?
Fern,
We were wondering.
Fern, move the mic in the middle, please, so we can hear you. Thank you, perfect.
Trying to get it over here near me. I just.
Oh, okay.
We were wondering how many have gone through, because I didn't know that the Paris Bakery had even been there, and y'all were discontinuing or terminating the contract. I know there's been several of them. Is there a reason why? And then also, I made the remark to Goldie today that we could have maybe a vending machine, and he goes, "Oh, they're not healthy." I said, "Well, the hospitals have them, so maybe that's so you can go in the hospital. I don't know." Thank you. There's what's wrong. And my question is, how many have been there? What is the problem? Are they too expensive? The people can't afford them? They're not using them. So that was my question on that one. Baldy, do I do the rest of them since
Now,
y'all
let
have
me
already
answer that.
okayed
So,
them?
Ms. McClarty, with respect to the question as to how many vendors we've had, Paris Bakery has been the only vendor that has been contracted for the food service there at the courthouse.
Okay.
Okay. And with respect to the issue at hand, I would, at this time, I wouldn't be able to answer that, but I'll get back with you on that.
Okay, but do check on, because like I say, a lot of people are there all day waiting for the courts to start or come back or whatever they do, and they don't have time to get something to snack on. So a cracker would be helpful.
Okay. And then the other ones are 13H1, 2, 3, and 4. 13H1 is with respect to repair and maintenance service, elevators, escalators, again, new courthouse project.
Yes, we just, because we're spending another $150,306.84, and I get complaints that the escalator, if they're lucky, it works once a week. So why don't y'all make that, we griped about them, Virginia and I both said, we've seen enough of them, they never work. Make it into a staircase, I don't know. But here we go again, throwing more money at this. All right, the next one?
Item 2 is the restroom remodels, 88 corrections for the health department.
Yes, I got a call. They asked me where this was at, and I said I didn't know. Do you have an idea where it's at? It's $212,541.99.
No, ma'am, I don't, but I will find out for you. My apologies for that.
All right. Next one?
Would be the new courthouse Phase 2 project with respect to
Yes, we did.
purchase orders, HCO architecture, again. It just deals with the Phase 2 project.
Okay, well, they were just looking at the dollar amount for the courthouse again. Looks like the total was $949,277.52. And they just wondered what was going on at the new courthouse.
And Phase 2 of the courthouse is the old courthouse and the
Oh,
meander.
okay.
Okay, so this
That's
is
all
all,
we-
right, these are all contracts that we have in place.
Okay.
And the
That'll
last one would be again, it deals with courthouse Phase 2 project. Yes, and Ms. Fern, item 4, again, Phase 2 courthouse project. Again, it is the demolition of the old
Okay.
courthouse, and then renovating that space after the courthouse is gone, as well as starting and finalizing the meander at the courthouse. Again, all contracts have been in place for quite some time, and funding has been allocated for
Well,
some
I
time.
just had people call. I wasn't sure. That's what I thought it was, but I wanted to get it from the horse's mouth.
Okay.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, and so, thank you, Mr. Perry, and I'll call you when you're by way of the order. And so I appreciate everybody's time in the audience for that. We do have, our first participant is Mr. Lupe Chavez. And Mr. Chavez, again, for clarity, you do have an open forum, and then you also have a public participation forum. And so this is the open forum portion, 3 minutes, and I will advise you when there's 1 minute, and I'll start when you start, sir.
All right, thank you. My name is Lupe Chavez. Just briefly, I see a lot of members of Lupe here. My dad, Lupe Chavez, was also a labor leader. He was born within a year of Cesar Chavez in 1928. He grew up, led a union in northern Indiana outside of Notre Dame, South Bend. I know we were talking about Alabama and down Horns. But my dad's legacy was that he established a pension for a diverse group of laborers in northern Indiana working steel. And I encourage the La Unión del Pueblo Entero, right? That's what it's called, to keep fighting for, better wages and stuff. And obviously we have such a need here in our community with what's going on. Now, I signed up for Open Forum to ask the county to enforce the personnel policy, and that includes the behavior with the subrecipients. We have subrecipients of the City of McAllen violating Open Meetings Acts. Pepe Cabeza de Vaca is a commissioner and participated in that. That also included tampering with government records. They're a subrecipient. The same for PSJA. They're on the agenda for the elections. They want to pass a bond, or it's a bond election. And if you're a county employee, it's important. What I learned from my dad as a union leader is that there's a handbook, and the county has two. There's a civil service handbook, and then there's the personnel handbook. And in the personnel handbook, we have the standards of conduct. And it says any employee who knows of an employee's violation of the standards of conduct and who does not report such violation to an appropriate county official, usually the employee's elected official department head, may be subject to disciplinary action, including dismissal. Now, I was on the ballot illegally when PSJ in 2022 November election. I came before here. You all know this. And so what I would like to draw your attention to is that, some of your employees are receiving gifts and benefits from our subrecipients. Their behavior and conduct is detrimental to the county. We had several of them on the front page of the newspaper and the Monitor when they're school board trustees from McAllen. We have your employees that are committing perjury. We also have members of the district attorney's office who were present at Joaquin Zamora's swearing in when he was first elected to the McAllen commissioners. Him and Judge Rose Guerra Reina, where he practices, they kissed. And they said on the record that she participated in his election, which is against the judicial canons. And there were several members of the Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office that were recognized on the record for being present. And Ricardo Rodriguez, former DA, was also present witnessing that. That's wrong. The judge can't participate in his campaign.
Mr. Chavez, that's time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And then I will call you when we get to you. Thank you, sir. Our next, we do have several presenters, and again, they all have the same subject matter. So Ms. Maria Arias, Cristela Rocha, Saret Garcia, Maura Garcia, Sergio Treviño, Ms. Chavez, Tanya, my apologies, Tanya Chavez, and Zapata, Anay Zapata, and again, all representatives of Lupe for subject matter of internet. So, ma'am, with respect to the subject matter of internet as a group, all right, if we could have one or two spokespersons?
Talked to you in the morning, you said Rebecca would speak, that's why I went to
No, and I said I would work with y'all, but again, this is all one subject matter, which is all are wanting to address.
If you're gonna tell us the same thing, I mean, you know,
I mean, they all have different stories.
Okay.
They all prepare their testimony.
let's do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Bueno, antes de comenzar, hay un límite de 3 minutos. Yo le voy a avisar cuando le sobre un minuto, ¿ok? All right.
Muchas gracias.
Adelante, por favor.
Buenos días, señor juez, señores comisionados. Me llamo Maura García, vengo de la colonia El Flaco Chiquito y la razón es por la necesidad que tenemos por la queja de la desconexión del Internet. El Internet gratuito del condado, nosotros sabemos que todo ahorita está hecho por las computadoras y buscar el tiempo de dar información está bien, es bien difícil y tener Internet gratuito pues nos gustaba, ¿verdad? Y les venimos a pedir, ¿verdad?, si nos pueden apoyar a conectar el Internet otra vez, ya que el Internet no es una necesidad, es un derecho, una necesidad. Nos encantaría tener la reconexión de nuevo y que el condado ofrezca pues los beneficios que ya nos habían brindado y que estábamos bien bendecidos y bien agradecidos con ustedes. Muchas gracias de antemano y nos contaría contar con ustedes para tener una solución. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Gracias.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Laura Garcia. I'm from the Colonia El Flaco Chiquito, a member of the Lupe. The reason that I am here is to ask for the necessity and complain about the cutting off of the free internet. It was disconnected in our county. You know, right now everything is very high, and we liked having that free internet. Since free internet it should be a right and is a necessity. We used to have it, and it's solved. We hope this problem gets solved. We were very blessed for the benefit that we had, and we hope we find a solution.
Thank you. María Arias, or María? Go ahead, ma'am.
Mi nombre es María Trinidad Arias, de la organización Lupe, soy del norte de Edinburgh. Yo me beneficié con el programa y algunas de las familias de la colonia donde yo vivo también se beneficiaron. Sus hijos iban ahí afuera de mi casa a usar el internet porque no todos tenían acceso y también el internet, ¿verdad? Fue mucho para las familias adultas que pudieron terminar su educación, ¿verdad?, de GD para adultos. Gracias al internet, ¿verdad?, que hubo muchas madres de familia pudieron terminar su GD también. Ahora de que no hay este programa, muchas de nosotras no podemos seguir y muchos de los jóvenes no podrán adquirir más acceso para poder hacer sus tareas. Si aún así, ¿verdad?, con el internet había fallas para entregar, los niños llegaban a tener depresión. Ahora es difícil tanto como para los maestros como para nuestros hijos y nosotros porque tendríamos que ir a la biblioteca. Ahora tenemos que pagar, a veces no podemos ir a la biblioteca o tenemos que pagar para poder adquirir el internet. Queremos saber si hay más, pueden requerir más fondos, ¿verdad?, para poder apoyarnos para tener más acceso para el internet, lugares como biblioteca. Gracias.
Gracias.
My name is Maria Trinidad Arias. I am from La Lupe. I'm from North Edinburgh. I'm also here to ask about the internet. Right now, our kids, some of our kids used to be outside my house to do the homework. And this program was really good also to support women finishing their GEDs. And right now we're asking if there is any way we could have that back, because this has also caused depression for our kids and teachers. And so we ask if this can be given again. Thank you.
Thank you. Next person is Cristela Rocha.
Buenos días y gracias por escucharnos. Bueno, yo voy a decir la historia pequeñita de una persona que no pudo venir porque se enfermó. Ella vive en la colonia San Carlos Garden número 2. Y dice así: estimados comisionados, yo soy la señora Francisca Rodríguez y soy miembro de la organización Lupe, y por medio de este comunicado me hago presente para pedirles de favor si pueden poner el internet gratis que pusieron en mi colonia Yagua Garden, ya que yo lo necesito porque mi hijo está enfermo y él va a tener que tener clases en línea y yo no cuento con recursos necesarios para pagar el internet, ni tengo transporte para llevarlo a una biblioteca para que haga sus clases, y yo no manejo, estoy enferma, o si hay un programa del condado que siguiera vigente, me podría ayudar mucho, o si podría proporcionar un inglés básico para las familias de bajos recursos. Les agradezco de antemano y gracias por su compasión. Francisca Rodríguez.
I'm going to read a story about a woman that could not be here because she's sick. Dear Commissioners, I am Francisca Rocha. I'm a member of La Lupe. In this statement, I come to ask if you could put the free internet and install it to the Colonia Iowa Gardens too, since I need it because my son is sick and he needs to do online classes and I do not have resources to pay for internet. I also do not have a vehicle to take him to the library to do his classes, and I am also sick. If there is any way you can have this program or any program to still be active, it would help a lot to give basic internet to lower income families. I thank you beforehand. Thank you for your understanding. Sincerely, Francisca Rodríguez.
Thank you. Saret García.
Sí, buenos días. Mi nombre es Saret García. Las colonias del Condado Hidalgo siguen siendo las que están más económicamente en desventaja en todos los Estados Unidos. Aunque se reconoce que se ha hecho lo posible, que ustedes comisionados, señor juez, han hecho lo posible para mejorar la infraestructura, aún tenemos el problema del drenaje, la falta de luz, entre otros, y en unos meses no vamos a tener internet. Los más afectados van a ser los niños, los jóvenes que asisten a la universidad y que no tienen carro y que dependen del autobús escolar, los niños que dependen del autobús escolar para ir a la escuela. Gente adulta que necesita la información del internet también afectará a pequeños negocios y sobre todo a las madres que tienen de 1 hasta 3 trabajos para pagar lo más necesario. Estas madres tendrán que dejar de ir a trabajar para poder llevar a sus hijos a una biblioteca. La situación económica no es la mejor en estos momentos, o mejor dicho, no es la que se prometió. La comida está más cara. Lo que una madre de familia compraría con $20, ahora lo gastará en gasolina. Señor juez, no le puedo decir en estos momentos todo lo que va a afectar o a todo lo que va a afectar a muchas familias en las colonias del Condado Hidalgo. A quitarse el internet. Le pido o le pedimos todos nosotros que por favor no deje morir este proyecto que tanto ha costado, que tanto trabajo ha costado, para que nuestros vecinos de las colonias tengan acceso al internet. Busque compañías o proveedores locales de internet que inviertan en la comunidad en lugar de ir hacia atrás. No podemos ir hacia atrás, ya hemos avanzado, ahora otra vez las colonias del condado van a ir hacia atrás. Gracias.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. I'm Saret Garcia. The colonias of Hidalgo County continue to be the most economically disadvantaged in the U.S., although it is recognized that every effort has been made to provide more infrastructure. We still have problems with drainage, electricity, among other things. In a few months, we'll be out of access of internet. The most affected will be children and youth who attend university and do not have a car and depend on school bus to get to school, and adults who need information. It would also affect small businesses, especially mothers who have 1 to 3 jobs, to be able to pay for the basic needs. At the same time, these mothers will now have to stop going to their jobs to take their children to the library. The economic situation is not the best right now, or rather, it's not what it was promised. Food is more expensive, and what a mother would spend in $20 now she will spend it in gas. Your Honor, I cannot imagine. I cannot put into words what this would affect families if internet is cut off. So we do ask that you do not let this project die, which has taken so much effort from everybody and would help our neighbors in our colonias have access to internet. Look for local internet companies or providers to invest in the community instead of going backwards. We can't go backwards. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sergio Treviño.
Hello. So first of all, of course, thank you all for the time and sacrifices y'all put in to be here, but also recognize all the time and sacrifice of all the other people that are here today and what they're giving up to talk to you today. First of all, we all come here as taxpayers, as people who understand the need of helping each other, the need of funding programs that benefit everybody. If we hopefully learn anything from this meeting, and what we've seen today is the importance of community, right? From honoring the Head Start. That's all funded through taxpayer money, right? That's all because of the need and people coming together. And if it's not, it's through private and public partnership that we should try to continue to build. When it talks about domestic violence and starting at home, well, what happens when families are struggling to get by and when they're fighting over bills and when parents are not there because they need to sacrifice everything for their families? Right? It starts at home, but it also starts with the partnership with the government and making sure that kids and families have the needs met in order to avoid having to turn to crime or to violence. The internet is a tool of necessity also when it comes to learning about our health and talking about what was being talked about earlier about cancer and breast cancer. If people are struggling to go to the doctor, but they have access to the internet, that's one step closer to being heard and to feeling like they are at least being treated by something. So there's a lot of stories. I'm sure you've seen a lot, and you understand the need of the internet. Try to live a day without it. Y'all probably would struggle. So I just ask that y'all open your minds to looking at a feasibility study of what it would look like for the county to work with maybe somebody like VTX, right? A local provider of jobs that can expand their internet access to rural areas, which they already specialize in, or doing something like what I believe FAR is doing, where they're providing internet, right? The government itself is starting a internet providing service, and because they're not gouging people like most corporations and companies because they're trying to maximize profit in order to bolster their stock books, we can provide services at low cost using community resources that we all put into when we pay taxes at the gas pumps, when we pay taxes at the store, when we pay our property taxes. We're all in this together, and I hope you remember that.
Thank you. Next presenter is Ms. Tanya Chavez.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Tania Chavez. I'm the President and Executive Director for Lupe and its political arm, Lupe Votes. During the pandemic, you took swift action in ensuring that children in the colonias had internet access so that they could complete their classwork. That investment made all the difference in such a critical time. Today, however, the budget cuts have severely impacted our region infrastructure projects. Many vital improvements are now stalled, and if left unaddressed, they risk remaining unfinished for years. This is not only halting our progress, but trends to reverse the gains we have already made as a community. Infrastructure development, especially broadband expansion, is fundamental to our region's growth. Without reliable internet, rural communities are left behind, unable to fulfill and participate in modern economy. The digital divide creates real barriers. Families are asked to schedule vaccine appointments online. Job seekers must apply to digital portals. And residents are expected to access public services and resources through the internet. Without broadband, too many of our neighbors are cut off, not only from the opportunity, but from connection to a wider community. If we want a prosperous and educated society, broadband access is essential. Please release a list of where in the county will the community have access to public Wi-Fi, because as far as I'm aware, there's no libraries in the county. It's only in the cities. We urge you to continue working with Lupe and other local organizations and our congressional delegation to ensure every household in the county is covered. And on a separate note, I also want to acknowledge your choice of the 287G agreement that limited our harm to our community. By taking that path, you help reduce the number of deportations in our county. We know that your hands are tied in this moment, but we also hope to work with you and the Sheriff's Office to release a public information campaign to ensure that the crime that continues to happen in our communities do not go unreported, to ensure that the people still have trust in the Sheriff's Department and in the police and law enforcement in our community. So for that, I want to ask you, Judge Cortez, to please help us lead in ensuring that the four-county region chooses the least harmful path on the 287G agreements that you are forced to take. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Anit Zapata.
Hello, good morning. I am coming here as a caseworker. I work with people with disabilities in particular. A lot of the time I do home visits for people in rural areas. Often we have to do everything online. I help them pay their bills. I help them apply for Social Security, social welfare benefits, and even apply for jobs, right? These are people who are that span all ages. Sometimes I even help them apply for college, help them with scholarships. It varies from person to person. And I think one experience that I had was this older lady who had to make an appointment with Social Security. It was very, very difficult for her because now you have to do your appointment online. I went to her house. I took my laptop because she does not have any sort of technology other than her phone. And her phone, she didn't have enough money to pay for service for like T-Mobile, Metro PCS, all that stuff. I had to help her do her application. She didn't have internet. So when I went there, I had to put my data on my laptop to go ahead and do that. And she was so surprised and shocked. Mija, how did you do that? And I went ahead and I explained, I have hotspot, blah, blah, blah. She does not have access to that. A lot of people with disabilities are low income because of the types of barriers that they're faced with. A lot of people, people with disabilities have to pay their bills online. They have to apply online. They don't have access to transportation. And that's not just for people with disabilities, but often people in colonias are forgotten, overlooked, and abandoned. And having this limited access to Wi-Fi and getting this program removed continues that. Not only that, emergency preparedness is very essential, specifically for rural areas. The drainage is awful. There's not that great electricity and all that stuff, right? So when the county goes and lets people know, go get sandbags, make sure you're prepared for X, Y, and Z situation, how are they going to get access to that information? On the county website, on Facebook, through the internet. This not only affects people's life on the daily, but also when these emergencies happen, when these tragic disasters happen, people in colonias and people with disabilities are often left behind. And we are going to continue to, unfortunately, have this situation unless we find a solution and get Wi-Fi access, because it is a essential, basic daily function, a necessity for daily function. Thank you.
Thank you. And Tendía, I'm sorry, Tendía Bayi. All right, you are signed up for open forum? We're
Is that it for?
no, that's
We're
it.
just doing open forum.
We're just doing open forum. So that,
Is Lupe done? Are you all-
yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh, my apologies.
No.
That's okay.
Let me get something together real quick.
So, yes.
Apologize. One moment. I don't know if it's that. Will it sit there? Can you move it, please? Thank you.
I know Lupe is leaving, but I signed up for public comments, and I wanted to address that. If y'all want to leave, you can leave, but you want to stay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm in order.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Lady, there's a 3-minute time limit. I'll advise you when there's 1 minute left, and I'll start when you start.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Dandia Bayi. I'm the Executive Director for Pause for Help. It is my understanding that before you today on the agenda is the opportunity to pass an order prohibiting the roadside sale of live animals in Hidalgo County, to include parking lots and flea markets. This ordinance stems from a law that passed just a few weeks ago on September 1st, banning the sale of live animals in Hidalgo County. We are so very grateful for your support in passing this ordinance and ensuring that proper education will be provided so that enforcement will be upheld. Since January of this year, Pause for Help has worked tirelessly to lobby for this change in Austin and has attended many city council meetings across this county. All 22 cities in Hidalgo County were personally contacted, and we received letters back supporting a countywide ban. Plus, we have many businesses. I'm not sure if you can see. These are all the city seals and the businesses that are supporting a Hidalgo County roadside sales ban. I want to recognize these volunteers who stand behind me and the many that are not present who have continued to reach out and get these letters signed across our county since January. This has taken a huge commitment of time, resources, and patience over the last 9 months. I also want to thank you for allocating resources for the most effective method to curb this animal overpopulation, and that is by supporting spay and neuter services in our community. Dollars well spent in the community to truly solve this problem over time must be used for alteration to stop live births and eventually get the numbers under control for our county. Education is key, as we cannot continue to expand to house these animals nor adopt our way out of this situation. We must start with a sustainable goal and a plan in mind to make a difference and truly be the change for these animals. True change begins when we demand that every animal be spayed and neutered and the community has access to affordable services. This is money well placed in our community and a measurable outcome that lessens the burden on all. This ordinance is the first step in making a difference. Thank you for caring and for being a part of this solution this year. We are truly grateful to you and to these volunteers who put in the time. Thank you. We've asked for full consideration, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cantu?
I have 3 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
So thank you, Lupe. Thanks for being here. I think that most of the time we agree with everything that you say, and especially on internet, we agree with you 100%. The issue is that a county doesn't have the authority to provide internet. So how did this program happen? This program happened because when COVID money was first dispersed, one of the allowances was to provide internet, if we so chose. And we did choose. We chose to provide internet because we knew our young kids were going to be at home and studying from home. So we took action, and like you all mentioned, we put it into play right away. And we actually supported our students longer than our school districts did. And so we used COVID money for that purpose. Unfortunately, the state legislature has never given a county authority to provide internet. I mean, you can look it up, you could ChatGPT it. It says that we have no authority. So it's not a choice. We can't make the choice to provide internet. We were allowed with COVID money to provide internet, and we did that. And so I'm glad that people were able to use it. I'm glad that the students were able to take advantage of it. Unfortunately, we don't have authority, so we don't have a choice, a yes or a no. We used the money. Thank God we all collectively made this decision to provide internet services. And I'm really, really proud that we provided internet services even longer than the school districts who are tasked with educating our kids. So I'm proud of what we did. I wish we had a choice. I wish it was a budgetary issue that we were looking at. We don't have authority, unfortunately. And I mean, we also supported VTX, a local provider, in giving access to our rural areas so that they can go to the state legislature and try to get funding for the rural areas. But unfortunately, like I said, we don't have an authority to provide internet services. Thank you.
We have no other participants, Judge.
Oh, and there was one more, sorry. So one of the things was how can we get access? The only way that we can do anything is to allow our CRCs, our community resource centers, to provide access to internet. Obviously, we support the libraries that are in existence. We don't have rural libraries. We have city libraries. We support them. And then, of course, Boys and Girls Clubs. We have a lot of Boys and Girls Clubs throughout the county. They actually provide internet services. So what we can do is support those different locations with internet service.
That's it. Thank you, Commissioner. We have no other participants under open forum. We do have Ms. McClarity and Mr. Chavez later on the agenda with public participation forms.
Okay, so we can go on with the agenda?
Yes, sir.
What are these, are they doctors? Oh, okay, I just wanted to get to that one.
Oh, Health Department. Ms. T, your item
7A1.
7A1.
Good morning. Today, presenting for the Health and Human Services Department, Irene Sarmiento Rangel. Item 7A1 is the presentation of the Hidalgo County Public Health Laboratory College of American Pathology's CAP certification of accreditation. Today, to present is Veronica Cuate, our lab manager, and Dr. Luna, who is our medical authority for the lab. Thank you.
Good morning, George Cortez and Commissioners. I just have a few words, our message. I'm proud to share that effective September 9, 2025, our laboratory has successfully passed the College of American Pathologists inspection. This national accreditation is a mark of excellence and demonstrates that our lab meets the highest standards of quality, safety, and accuracy in testing. This achievement is not only a reflection of the hard work and dedication of our laboratory team, but also a commitment to our Hidalgo County community. By maintaining CAP accreditation, we ensure that every test we perform is reliable and that your health information is handled with the utmost care. Our mission has always been to protect and promote public health in Hidalgo County and beyond. With this successful inspection, we affirm our promise to provide accessible, accurate, and timely laboratory services for the people we serve. Now that we have achieved this level of accreditation, we are looking forward to expanding our services to reach a broader area of our community. Our goal is to ensure that low and moderate income families, as well as others in need of our laboratory services, have access to the same high quality care and accurate results. Thank you. Now, Dr. Luna.
Good morning. My name is Martha Luna, and I'm an anatomic and clinical pathologist, and I currently serve as a medical director for your public health lab here in Hidalgo County. CAP accreditation, CAP stands for College of American Pathologists, by the way, and the accreditation from this organization is a standard, is the gold standard of excellence worldwide for laboratory medicine. The reason that is the gold standard is because it goes way beyond CLIA. CLIA is sort of checking that a lab meets the minimum federal requirements, but CAP goes focuses on ongoing improvements and puts a lot of emphasis on patient and employee safety, as well as quality assurance, quality control, and requires higher levels of proficiency testing for our staff. So prior to the inspection, we received checklists which include about 1,700 parameters that need to be met before we qualify for the accreditation. We were inspected on September 9th. It was a very, very long day. It was a very rigorous inspection. And I'm very happy to say that we received a perfect score, 0 deficiencies, which is absolutely unheard of, especially for a lab first time. Normally, thank you. Yeah, normally, I've been doing this for 30 years or so, and it's very common to receive from a few deficiencies up to 50 deficiencies. We received 0, and it's our first time out, so I want to thank the county and Doreen and the administration for their ongoing support of our laboratory, and congratulate Veronica Guate and all her team, all the laboratory team, for an outstanding job well done.
Thank you.
Judge, can we take a picture with you all?
Sure.
Thank you.
Item B.
Item B, discussion, consideration, approval of the Hidalgo County Charity Care Program Financial Assistance Policy for submission to the Health and Human Service Commission as required for participation in the Charity Care Program for fiscal year 2026, October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C1A, discussion, consideration, approval to draw down funds for Atlas Program per HHSC instructions in the amount to be determined by HHSC instructions from the Local Provider Participation Fund with a transfer date of October 2nd and a settlement date of October 3rd, requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item B is approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor from the Local Provider Participation Fund in the amount to be determined by HHS final instructions.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Item C.
Motion carries.
Item C, approval of appropriation of funds from the Local Provider Participation Fund in the amount to be determined by HHSC final instructions.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darlene. Let's go to item 20B, the discussion and consideration of action order prohibiting roadside sales of live animals. Who has that, Valde?
Judge, Commissioners, item 20B, yes, it's discussion, consideration, action on order prohibiting roadside sale of live animals within the unincorporated area of Hidalgo County. Judge, Commissioners, there was a change by way of the current statute that governs this type of activity, and so the order prohibiting the roadside sales of live animals did away with a if I'm not mistaken, Councilor Garza, there was a provision where it limited it to areas that had a speed limit of 40 and above, and so that has been eliminated, and so that addresses the issue of the vendors on the side of the road on easements. And so with that being said, Judge Commissioners, I am asking the court to consider and take action in this order prohibiting the roadside sale of live animals. And again, this is within the unincorporated areas of Hidalgo County.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
We
carried.
do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity on this subject matter.
Yes, I was looking at it, and I do like what the group had said a while ago. Is it also the flea markets where they take some of these puppies and everything, or is it just on the side of the road?
Councilman.
And, go ahead. Not the flea markets, outside. Okay. Okay. And I wish that y'all would also work a little bit and see if we can't get the school districts and things somewhere, veterinarians to help so that we can prevent this happening in the first place, to save some little puppies' lives that haven't been made yet or born. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, motion passed, okay. Now let's go to item 13A, Head Start. So we can get you.
Good morning again. Item 13A, requesting approval for the, policy and procedure to provide case management to all children and families to achieve program goals that ensure child safety and the delivery of effective and high-quality program services. These systems are in place, but we are formalizing, requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you. Next is requesting approval to amend the memorandum of understanding with Donna ISD, La Jolla ISD, McAllen ISD, Mercedes ISD, Monte Alto ISD, and PSJ ISD to specify the number of children by age in the classrooms. This would limit children age 4 up to no more than 24 children in a classroom, and age 3 up to 20 children in a classroom. Request approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Chavez, you signed up for 16A?
Well, hold on a minute. I'm the one that's leading this thing. We have a motion and a second.
Point of order, I signed up, and it's on the form 13C.
Okay, Mr. Chavez?
No, sir.
Okay.
Let me conduct the meeting, and then I'll let you speak when it's appropriate. We have a motion and a second to approve. Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried.
We have a public participation form for Mr. Lupe Chavez on item 13C. But Mr. Chavez, in all
Okay.
fairness, Mr. Chavez, it is in the corner. It looks.
But still, I
But-
provided you notice, it's there.
Okay, Mr. Chavez. So, Mr. Chavez.
2 minutes, or how much is it?
No, your comments.
Okay. Well, again, that I understand the games we play here in politics and county government, but I just wanted to ask, whether it's council or a motion, but I believe that there should be some sort of a request for an opinion from the Attorney General, or that Head Start should review in totality its language and contract language with the McAllen Independent School District and PSJA going forward to eliminate conflicts of interest and criminality. My concern with PSJ is they have their own police force. When they first created their own police force, I was against that, because when Eddie Cantu's brother, Ronaldo, when he ran, the city of FAR used their police department to charge me with a crime of which I was innocent of, and there's evidence for me to get a new trial, but PSJ School District and the City of FAR are working with Joaquin Zamora and the appellate division. I don't know if it's still Michael Morris, but they're using, those subrecipients are using their funds to violate election law. And so the police force is also being used by the district to oppress and violate open meetings acts. And I don't know if there was a violation, and I don't know if Armando Garza was still chief of staff, but he was at a meeting that PSJ violated the Open Meetings Act. And also previously when the Head Start had a retirement ceremony for the Palacios brother. Since I was on the ballot illegally, public servants, employees, the local school board policy requires that PSJ's teachers follow the local school board policy, and the local school board policy does require the fair elections, and it does require that the teachers do report those things. And so I don't think that PSJ should be in a partnership with the county if these things are going on. We can use that money for other school districts that require it, like the people that in Lupe, maybe they can, that things, we can better use the county funds from Head Start if PSJ and McAllen ISD are going to be doing these illegal acts and getting away with it because the district attorney doesn't want to prosecute them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chavez.
Next item.
Thank you. Item 13D, request approval to submit program information report, which is into the national database. Request approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And our final item, Judge, is request approval to submit the 2025 budget applications, one to the Department of Health and Human Services and one to the Department of Agriculture. The Head Start program is submitting a continuation funding application for fiscal year 2025, January 1st, 26 through December 31st, 2026, as per instructions in the letter from the Administration of Children and Families. The Hidalgo County Head Start program received notification of available funding in the amount of $33,958,957. In addition, the Head Start program also submitted an funding application to the Texas Department of Agriculture in the amount of $3,471,000 and $3,471,745 for the Food and Nutrition Department. Request approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations for your national recognition.
Thank you.
We'll go back to our items, be item 8A, County Judge's Office.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Isaac Sulemana here on behalf of Hidalgo County Judge Richard Cortez. Item 8A, Agenda Item 100925, discussion, consideration, and possible action to authorize the development of a mental health awareness speaker initiative pursuant to Section 381.004B1 of the Texas Local Government Code and under the provisions of the Hidalgo County Health and Wellness Program established thereunder. We recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge and Commissioners, item 8B, Agenda Item 100850, discussion, consideration, and approval of a resolution in support of Amigos del Valle's desire to apply for grant funds from the Texas Department of Agriculture for their Texans Feeding Texans Home Delivered Meal Grant Program application and authorization for Judge Cortez to sign that resolution. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity.
I think y'all were supposed to wait till I say something, but anyway, I just want, y'all always say I don't say it's a good program. So I wanted to break the habit. Today I like this one. I read the backup, and I know with just my husband being in the hospital and things, it's helpful. So I just wanted y'all to know that I do every once in a while find one that I think that y'all are doing good. Thank you.
May I have a drum roll, please?
Yes. And I almost didn't get to do it.
9A, HIDA Task Force.
Good morning, Judge Cortez, Commissioners. Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 9A, the FBI Task Force Officer Grant. We're asking for approval to accept overtime funding agreement from the Federal Bureau of Investigations for fiscal year 2026. Also requesting authorization to pay overtime reimbursable under the agreement terms and conditions. Approval of certification of revenues as certified by the County Auditor for the fiscal year 2026 FBI and Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office MOU in the amount of $22,155.25 and appropriation of the same. Also requesting the authorization and approval to pay straight time instead of banking extra duty hours from October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026 to FBI TFO assigned from the Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office, employee number 195804.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 9B, the FBI San Antonio Hybrid Task Force Officer Grant. We're asking for approval to accept the overtime funding agreement from the Federal Bureau of Investigations for fiscal year 2026. We're asking for approval to accept the FBI vehicle use agreement. We'll provide the auditor's office with information if needed. And we're asking for authorization to pay overtime reimbursable under the agreement terms and conditions. Also requesting approval of the certification of revenues as certified by the County Auditor for the fiscal year 2026 FBI and Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office MOU in the amount of $22,155.25. And we're asking for appropriation of the same, as well as the authorization and approval to pay straight time instead of banking extra duty hours from October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026 to FBI TFO assigned from the Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office, employee number 127698.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sheriff's Office, item 10.
And we also do have a public participation form on this item as well.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. My name is Tony Garza. I'm a lieutenant with the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office, and I'm here to represent Sheriff Jay Guerra this morning. On item 10A, pursuant to the Texas Law Government Code, Section 157.903, we're requesting approval of an indemnification of an amount of $10,354.34 due to a fraudulent bank account activity involving the inmate funds.
Ms. McClarity has a public participation form.
I kept looking for you. You're not the one with the little mustache. I was looking for him. I looked this up and I had a question. This is unauthorized disbursement. That means it was put out and it wasn't supposed to go out, or what is it? Because if it's someone, an inmate, whatever, it says shortage of funds occurred due to the fraudulent bank account activity involving the inmate's funds. One of them was $1,500, one was $700, one was $900, $500, and another $1,000. We just, I had a call, and I know that I looked up the backup, and this is holding y'all not accountable for what happened, but how about telling the people what happened, that this was, every one of them says unauthorized ACH transfer, a disbursement. Can you explain where the $10,354.34 went?
Sure.
Judge, Commissioners, this was back in 2023. In 2023, they discovered that some inmates had access to the accounts, to the inmate account, when apparently when they disperse inmate funds after you're booked and when you're released, they give you a check, and they somehow got a hold of the account and they were doing transactions over the phones, and there was some investigations, but in order to, when we recover for restitution from these inmates, it has to go through the DA's office. So in order for us to balance this account, we have to get indemnification for it.
So the inmates were cashing checks, or what were they
Yes.
doing?
They were doing transactions online with the account. But now that, when that was discovered, they changed the bank account so that now they have to approve each transaction before it's done. So that they can't do that anymore.
We are criminals.
We have a motion and a second to approve.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Human Resources.
Good morning, Erika Reina for the Department of Human Resources. Item 11A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on the budget amendment policy, personnel-related amendments.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 11B is discussion, consideration, and action to amend the health insurance plan premiums for calendar year 2026. These were the rates that were adopted a couple of weeks ago. The employer rate remains the same. The employee rate remains the same, but we did need to retally the total monthly cost. And so I am providing to the court the attached rates to this agenda. I do recommend approval.
Motion made.
Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 10C for the Sheriff's Office from the Audit Theft Task Force grant. Approve the following action effective upon Commissioners Court approval, and for calendar year 2026, the action is to create slot 0005, a deputy sheriff out of rank 6. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11D for the Health Department, approval of the following actions effective upon Commissioners Court approval, and for calendar year 2026, the action is to delete the slots as listed. This is due to changes in funding in this grant. All of these positions are vacant. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11E for the District Attorney's Office, approve the following actions effective upon Commissioners Court approval, and for calendar year 2026, the action is to remove supplemental allowance for slot 0026, an Assistant District Attorney 4 in the amount of $9,690, and to add the supplement to slot 0040, an Assistant District Attorney 3 in the same amount. There is no fiscal impact. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Urban County, item 12.
Judge, Commissioners, Dr. Rivera, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action on this item. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Joel Rivera with the Urban County Program. Requesting approval of the best and final negotiated contract for professional engineering services with B2Z Engineering LLC in the amount of $28,931 with 7 cents, utilizing CDBG fiscal year 37, that is 2024. City of Elsa Park and Recreational Facility Improvement, that's the park lighting, funding, and approval of work authorization number 1. We are recommending approval.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any discussion or action on this item.
Thank you.
We went to Head Start already. Adult probation number 14.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Faustino Lopez with Adult Probation. I'm here on item 14A, RSED grant 1289. Item 1, approval to accept the fiscal year 2026 RSAT grant from the Office of the Governor Criminal Justice Division in the amount of $241,653.44 with a department match of $80,551.15 for a total project cost of $322,204.59 for the grant period of 10/1/2025 through 9/30/2026. Item 2, approval of certification of revenues in the amount of $241,653.44 as certified by the county auditor for the fiscal year 2026 RSAT grants and appropriation of the funds in the total amount of $322,204.59.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item
Thank you.
15, Community Service Agency.
Good afternoon, Judge. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Leslie Villegas, here to present on behalf of Mr. Jaime Longoria. One, discussion, consideration, and possible action to accept the lowest responsive proposal submitted by the Edinburgh Conference Center at Renaissance in the amount of $3,730 for the Access to Success, Strive, Rise, and Thrive graduation, confirming it meets the Hidalgo County and Community Service Agency requirements. 2, authorization for Mr. Jaime Longoria to execute the Event Center contract agreement subject to review and approval by the County Attorney's Office.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Elections Department, item 16.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form for Mr. Lupe Chavez on item 16A.
Thank you again. I just want to start with some of these agenda items, in general, when there are federal grants or any kind of grant submissions, DOJ, the Commissioner Court gives permission to our county judge, Mr. Cortez, to enter and submit these applications, and they have federal guidelines. So on the previous item, when I attempted to speak, to me, that's discriminatory federal violation when I tried to speak on 13C before you all took action, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Right now with the Elections Department, when you go to the agenda packet, I emailed Leigh Tugnetti, the Assistant District Attorney of the Civil Division, on August 1st of this year. I sent her an email titled Legal Review of All Hidalgo County Contracts with PSG-ISD, legal review failures for Election Department, general election contracts for 2022 and 2024, bribery and corrupt influence and other criminal acts in reference to our contracts with PSG-ISD. Now, what you have before you from ADA Tugnetti from the Civil Division, all her thing says as to form, but I think there's something more substantive for us to consider because Dr. Alejandro Elias and Rebecca Gonzalez, the ex officio, have signed these documents requesting county services when they have engaged in criminal activity. They violated local school board policy, and I recommend that you take some sort of action, whether that's to do an opinion to the Attorney Generals, ask our distinguished and esteemed giant legal mind that we have, our District Attorney, Terry Palacios, to file criminal charges. It concerns me because we have a JP candidate, Justice of the Peace, a Zambrano brother. He's running for office right now. He was on the school board when they canvassed this election and they allowed me on the ballot as a convicted felon. I'm also concerned that people in the community, Precinct 2 PSJ voters, I am looking through the rolls, whether that's Judge Mancias if he voted in the PSJ election, Mr. Candu if he voted in it, a lot of public servants that voted and saw my name on there. And I brought it to their attention within the 5 days. They didn't remove me from the ballot. There's currently a court case right now where they're suing each other, Carlos Villegas and Diana Serna, when they were 4 commissioners. I was a reporter with the Monitor. They did a lot of illegal things, namely one of our, I believe Aaron Peña, the younger Aaron Peña, is a 13th Court of Appeals. He represented Rene Jaime when he was with the city of FAR. Diana Serna had him illegally fired using the city manager. The 13th Court of Appeal Justice Aaron Peña, if it's the younger one, represented him, and I covered that. And so we have people that are on the school board that are violating, they're violating the law. And whether our district attorney wants to, file those charges or not, again, I go back to that. I filed a civil suit so that I can get a new trial because the city of FAR and PSJ were withholding evidence, and they tampered with evidence, and they tampered with witnesses, just so that I can get convicted for something that wasn't even convictable. Now, again, I would like you to either table this or have more a better review of this. There still is time. You know, the election is until November. So I've gone through the past. When I went through these past agreements through the elections and the agendas, some of them were as late as in later in October. So, you know, even if you did it, you can still hold off a week or two to have them respond to this, because I don't think we should be helping them with their criminality, especially since they're going to be requesting a bond from voters. And, you know, like our courthouse, we went around the voters to get that monstrosity built. And now we have, as voters, the ability to keep our taxes lower and not wasteful spending on a relic that is not useful for the school district. Now, if you don't want to do any of this, I'll just approach the Grand Prairie District Attorney, because the former superintendent from PSJ, Dr. Rene Arredondo, left. They let him leave, and he oversaw that. He oversaw that, and I'm already finished. I appreciate that. You know, again, going back to the way you treat me is different. It's discriminatory. And I don't appreciate it, Mr. Cortez, because you do that to me all the time. But at any rate, I appreciate your time. I've came here so that it's on the record. It's on the record. And however you vote, that's fine with me. But it's here, and you have the information. And if you guys want to go through with it, hey, it's you know, however this ends, you have the information. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate any citizen coming here and speaking to us about anything. But I also would like to adhere to the time limits that we have. If not, you know, we'll be here for. Is there any reason for us not to take action on this item?
Did you already call for a vote?
No.
It hasn't been presented yet by Ms. Salinas.
Okay.
Ms. Hilda.
Well, but I'm asking the lawyer.
Judge, we don't have any concerns about it.
Our office approved it as to form. That's all that's required.
Has it been read? Can we vote?
We need
Okay, Hilda.
I can go ahead and present. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Presenting Hilda Salinas, Elections Administrator, to present item 100921, discussion on election updates. This is item number 1. Preparations for the upcoming November 4th, 2025 special constitutional amendment election and local entities elections continues. There will be a total of 17 constitutional amendments on the ballot. Voters will find the list of the amendments posted on the Hidalgo County Elections website, as well as the explanatory statements released by the Texas Secretary of State's office explaining the amendments in full detail. Now, we do encourage voters to review them before they do head to the polls. I do want to announce a new law, HB 521, that was passed during the 89th legislative session and went into effect September 1st, 2025. This new law modifies election laws to accommodate voters with disabilities, and it establishes designated marked parking spaces for voters with disabilities, and also requires a form to be signed by the voter before voting curbside. Okay? A voter who wishes to vote curbside will be presented with a form called Curbside Voter Statement and will need to recite an oath stating that they are unable to enter the polling place without personal assistance or with the likelihood of injuring their health. After reciting the oath, the voter will print and sign their name on the document and proceed with the curbside voting process. This applies to Texas Election Code 64.009. Please know that our office is also reaching out to the media regarding this change, so that way the public can be full aware that the curbside voting process may take just a little bit longer, as the oath that they do need to recite is a couple of sentences long, and they do have to print and sign their name. Of course, we all are also, making the necessary preparations to implement this. So an important date to remember is the last day to register to vote or to make any changes for this election. This date is Monday, October 6, 2025. Residents can stop by our office at 2015 West Jackson Creek Avenue, Edinburgh, to register or to make those changes. The first day of early voting is Monday, October 20th, and it'll run through Friday, October 31st. Election day will be Tuesday, November 4th. Of course, we encourage our residents and voters to visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections or to call our office at 956-318-2570 with any questions. This is all I have for election updates. Do you have any questions in regards to this? No? Okay. I'll proceed to the next item on the agenda. Item number 2, approval of the November 4th, 2025 special constitutional amendment election and local entities election services contract between Hidalgo County and the following entities: PSJ ISD and City of Alamo. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve. Second. Now, just to be clear, Hilda, all this is a service contract between your office and the PSJ School District in the City of Alamo.
Yes, to administer their elections.
That's right. We don't have any authority nor any responsibility to determine the legality or anything of that election. We're just providing the service.
Right. We don't determine who is on their ballot, and we don't canvass their election.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Hilda.
Thank you very much.
Commissioner Fuentes.
Thank you, Judge. Item 17A, requesting approval to accept the counteroffers to purchase tracts of land known as parcel numbers 103, 107, 111, and 112 associated with the Mile 6 West Road Improvement Project, with authority from the county judge to sign the administration evaluation and approval form. Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 18, budget and management.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form on item 18A from Ms. Fern McClarity.
This one, I just wanted an explanation as to where the two buildings are. I did see in the backup when they called me and asked, I said, I know where one is, which is the facility maintenance, management building, whatever. It's the second one that they didn't know where this was located. So can someone tell us that one?
Yes, so the Hidalgo County Technology and Modernization project is a IT related project countywide, so it's not necessarily a brick and mortar type project or location.
Okay, thank you.
It's been read, right? Like we can vote?
Do we have a motion?
Huh? I have no, requesting approval of budget revisions as per Exhibit A. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 19, purchase and department.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioner, Mr. Guerra, Mr. Garza. For the record, Ignacio Mesco from the Purchasing Department. Agenda item 19A, requesting approval to implement the new threshold limitation for Hidalgo County competitive procurement methods as provided below, including increasing the formal competitive bidding threshold as allowed by Texas Senate Bill 1173, and authorization for Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to update the Hidalgo County Purchasing Manual to reflect the same. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19B for Hidalgo County, 1A, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements on the Texas Local and Government Code 262-024A for a personal or professional service.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, requesting acceptance and approval of the letter of engagement between Hidalgo County and Oric, Harrington, Sutcliffe, and Perez Law Firm for bond counsel services. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2A, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements on the Texas Local and Government Code 262-024A for a personal or professional service.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, requesting acceptance and approval of the personal service agreement between Hidalgo County and Roxanne Ramirez Cisneros, DBA Trio Life Healing Center, for consulting services related to the Hidalgo County Economic Development Health and Wellness Program in the total amount of $50 per event. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity on the next item.
I kind of put it together today, so obviously y'all are going to list some businesses or company so we can hear them.
Mr. Amesco?
So at this time, we are just requesting permission to advertise. We are working on the list of the local vendors that we would like to participate on this request for proposal. But at this time, we are requesting permission to advertise.
Motion to approve?
May I read the agenda item?
Please.
3, requesting authority to advertise the procurement packet for the lease of a space for food service at the Hidalgo County New Courthouse, including the re-advertising, if applicable, subject to purchase legal review and approval.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Be requesting action to appoint an evaluation committee to score the proposal received for lease of a space for food services at the Hidalgo County New Courthouse. At this time, please appoint the evaluation committee.
David Suarez.
Arnold Flores.
Belinda Reyes?
Motion advocated for Commissioner Villarreal and Isaac Sulamana for myself.
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 19C for Precinct 1, requesting approval to purchase SBITE systems and wiring installation service for the Hidalgo County Precinct 1 Wellness Activity and Community Center through the Hidalgo County's membership with tips from JSJ Rodriguez, DBA Telepro Communications for a total amount of $437,806.04 with authority to issue notice to proceed upon the receipt of the required permit and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19D for Precinct 2, requesting acceptance and approval of the final negotiated on-call professional surveying service agreement with S2 Engineering for project located within Precinct 2 as needed basis as ranked and approved by Commissioners Court. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Motion to approve? Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting acceptance and approval of the final negotiated on-call professional surveying service agreement with Ken Lindsay for project located within Precinct 2 on an as-needed basis as ranked and approved by Commissioners Court. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioner, on the next item, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action.
Thank you.
3, requesting acceptance and approval of the final negotiated on-call professional engineering service agreement with B2C Engineering for project located within Precinct 2 on an as-needed basis as ranked and approved by Commissioners Court. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
4, requesting acceptance and approval of the final negotiated on-call professional appraisal service agreement with Leonel Garza Jr. and Associates for project located within Precinct 2 on an as-needed basis as ranked and approved by Commissioners Court. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity on the next item.
Thank goodness we're getting to the end. My question on this one is, please explain it. They didn't know, and it talks about between the Hidalgo County and International Consulting Engineers for the La Mansión Health Clinic. Can you explain what it is and who receives it?
Mr. Amezcua?
Sure. So this is, we are amendment, is the amendment number 2 for the current project that we have in La Mansión Health Clinic in Precinct number 3, where we were trying to extend the termination date of this current contract. And we are adding additional scope of work for this specific project where ICE, that is the abbreviation of the company, will help us on project manager and verify construction work that meet quality standards. They also will collaborate with engineers and owners on to resolve conflicts that may arise and other different components that will be part of this project.
quality assurance as property manager. So it's an extension of their existing storage property.
Okay, so it's
They're
not,
asking for additional space.
okay, thank you.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge,
I'm sorry, Judge, may I read the agenda item 19E for Precinct 3? Is your requesting acceptance and approval to execute the amendment number 2 between Hidalgo County and International Consulting Engineers for La Mansión Health Clinic project to extend the termination date and amend the scope of work with an estimated cost of $100,828. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And Judge, Commissioners, on the next item, F1A and B, Commissioner Fuentes, for the record, will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action.
19F1 for Precinct 4, a requesting approval of work authorization number 3 with an estimate cost of $1,261,352.82 as submitted by GDJ Engineering through Professional Engineering Service Agreement to provide plan-specific and estimate geotech subsurface utility engineering and management services for Russell Road from Ware Road to Root Road.
Judge, Commissioners, my apologies, I was looking at the wrong name. Commissioner, I read out the wrong name. It is Commissioner Villarreal who is abstaining from any discussion and/or action, and not Commissioner Fuentes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Diallo was not here.
Be pursuant to Article 15 of the Professional Service Agreement with GDJ Engineering, requesting authority to engage subcontractors, Texi Infrastructure Group, Terracom Consultants, and Ken Lisi. The staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19G for Constable Precinct number 3. 1, requesting approval to purchase one 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 police vehicle through Hidalgo County memberships with tips from Lake Country Chevrolet, the total amount of $55,797.40. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19H for HIRA. 1A, requesting a cessation from competitive bidding requirements under Texas Document Government Code 262-024A7A, an item that can be only obtained from one source because of the existence of patents, copyrights, secret process, or monopolies.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Be requesting acceptance and approval of the sole source declaration for Cardinal Tracking for batch-based system software license and customer support, with said declaration to remain in effect while the declaration is in place or until revoked by Hidalgo County Commissioners Court.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
C, requesting authority to enter into a one-year annual subscription with Cardinal Tracking for batch-based system software license and customer support package in the total amount of $3,639.20. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19I for IT Department, 1, requesting approval to enter into one-year software license subscription agreement for NeoGov subscription through Hidalgo County membership with Omnia Partners with SHI Government Solutions in the amount of $131,725.50. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19J for Facilities Management, 1, requesting approval to award the contractor Harcon through Hidalgo County membership with Vibor for the District Attorney Building plumbing repairs in the amount of $113,693.07, with authority to issue notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19K for Sheriff's Office, 1, requesting approval to enter into a 10-year equipment lease purchase agreement through Hidalgo County memberships with Texas Department of Information Resources with Motorola Solutions in the total annual payment amount of $510,580.53. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County and City of Hueldaco for commercial waste pickup and disposal services at Hidalgo County Benito Bravo East Side Sheriff's Substation in the total monthly charge of $140.27. Staff recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, item 20A, 1 through 4, there's no discussion and/or action this week. We do have closed session.
Pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, we'll be retiring to closed session to discuss items listed under Code Sections 551.071, .072, .074, and .087. May I have a motion to do so?
So moved.
Motion made.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I've got 12:20 PM. Okay, we're on, right? Is that a yes? Yes. Okay. Okay, we're back from closed session. I've got 12:46 PM. We do have some action items.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. So under open session 23A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same, no discussion and/or specific action to be taken. 23B, pending and/or potential litigation, no discussion and/or particular action to be taken. 23C, civil action number 725 CV 00422, John Rosas III et al. Versus Hidalgo County. Judge, Commissioners, I'd like to refer back to item 22A and B. 22A, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements under the Texas Local Government Code, sections 2622484, a professional service for the provision of legal services, representation in connection with litigation. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 22B, engaging with the firm of, this will be a three-part. The exemption 22A pertains to what I'm about to read out under B, and it'll be three-part. So the first one is engagement with the firm of Michael McGurk for the provision of legal service representing in connection with litigation and authority to submit letter of engagement subject to House Bill 1295, again, specific to John Rosas III et al. Versus Hidalgo County et al. For Mr. Malik John Lee.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The second part of 22B is engaging with the firm of Marisa Carranza Hernandez to represent, for representation and the provision of legal service representation in connection with litigation and authority to submit letter of engagement subject to compliance with House Bill 1295. Again, this is specific to John Rosas III et al. Versus Hidalgo County et al. For Alan Omar Alamo.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And the third part of 22B is engaging with the firm of David Willis Jr. For the provision of legal service representation in connection with litigation authority to submit letter of engagement subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, again specific to the John Rosas III et al. Versus Hidalgo County et al. For Jesus Munoz Jr.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 23D, cause number C 4551-25-H, Laverne Peña versus Hidalgo County. Judge, Commissioners, for the record, this is recommending assignment to the District Attorney's Office Civil Division.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 23E, and this is in reference to the Texas opiate litigation, NDL number 2018-63587, National Prescription Opiate Litigation, NDL 2804. This is secondary manufacturers. Judge, I'm asking for the court's approval for County of Hidalgo to participate in the secondary manufacturer settlements, also known as the Gang of Eight, in the matter of and in reference to Texas opiate litigation, NDL number 2018-63587, currently pending in the 152nd District Court of Harris County, Texas, in related litigation and authorization for the county judge to execute the settlement participation and release forms and order related to the same.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 23F, TWCCRD 1A26060, EEOC 31C-2025-00925, J. Hinojosa. Judge, Commissioners, I'd like for this to be assigned to the District Attorney's Office, or I'm recommending assignment to the District Attorney's Office Civil Division, Civil Litigation Division.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 23G, claim of Roxanne Torres. Judge, Commissioner, I'd like Settlement Authority to make an offer in the amount of $4,749.22.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 23H, claim of Roxanne Noyola. Judge Commissioners, I'd like Settlement Authority to make an offer in the amount of $1,168.18.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge Commissioners, for the record, there is no action on item 24, closed session, and no action on item 25, open session. We do have adjournment before we adjourn. Our next Commissioners Court session will be October 14th, and that will be a morning session, 9:30 a.m. Drainage District and 10 a.m. Commissioners Court.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners.